Okay, so we're back with this FGL Lostbelt 6.5 Traum. We're gonna finish the rest of that this section up to Act 22 or Section 22 before the maintenance begins by tonight or the following day or the next day. Anyway, let's not waste any time, and we're about to face against the ruler Moriarty on that next part. This one is just a warm-up fight. Death of a detective. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Oops. My apologies. This place brings back powerful memories for me. I don't blame you. You didn't die here, after all. But so did Moriarty. That should be. But indeed, I certainly have no fond memories of this place. But that's just the sort of obstacle one must overcome if one intends to alter fate. Don't you agree, mister? James Moriarty. Well, mister, did you find the answers you were looking for? Were you able to determine my identity, my goal, my truth? What? Looks like we're up, master. Wait, not just yet. Huh? Let me fight him one-on-one. Seriously? Absolutely. Something tells me I need to do this alone. All at once, Holmes seemed to flicker like a mirage. I'm guessing he saw the same thing. I don't know if he asked Holmes to wait or grabbed his coat to try and stop him. But either way, Holmes just only smiled and shrugged it off. Was he sure about this? Of course not. What? Are you sure about this? Whatever you do, just come back. Of course. Even I could tell he was just saying that. Hello, mister. There's a mystery here. I used to think the only mysteries that couldn't be solved were those with pieces missing. But perhaps I'm the one who's missing something important. In which case, I expect fighting you should allow me to regain whatever that may be. Only if you win, of course. I will. You won't beat me. Of that, I'm absolutely certain. I missed. No, it wasn't that. As I thought, my attack failed to function as an attack. I didn't even feel the impact from striking his body. The entire attack was nullified. I knew it. It's just as I suspected. To tell the truth, I have no memories of you at all. Perhaps it's because I was summoned in my youthful form. My memories of my life end with my youth. That's why I had such high hopes for you, Sherlock Holmes. My sworn enemy. You were meant to be the only detective who could match my intellect, oppose my cruelty. But you seem to have missed something vital, right up to your final moments. Oh, and what would that be? That, the moment you stood before me, you dirty lost. And now, I'll show you why. Here he comes.
用心したまえ。常に別の可能性を。始める。常に別の可能。始める。構わない。懸命。そうか。 面白い。ふう。面白い。実に興味深い。
物理で叩く悪に従えあなたら
賢明な判断。
Oof. That did not go so well. Uh-oh. Holmes! Hmm? Ah, apologies. I must have been lost in thought. I must say, this is quite unusual for a human like me. Human? Yes, of course. I may be a servant now, but in life, I was human. There are many different kinds of servants out there. Some are descended from gods. Some use divine spirits for their foundation. But as one would expect, most of them are human. Hey there, Mr. Holmes. Do I know you? I feel hazy, as though I were in a dream. Oh, I was just hoping you could give me the answer to a mystery I've been wondering about. Don't listen to him, Holmes. No, my dear Watson. Mysteries demand an answer. Thank you, Holmes. Alright, here is my question. This mystery has endured for as long as the singularity itself. Who is the master you were summoned to serve? I've asked and been asked that question myself numerous times. Was it the Holy Grail in the fourth singularity? A chain summon that arose from my bond to Henry Jekyll? Every time I faced a question, I've come up with a plausible answer that suits the situation. But I can't ignore the truth any longer, because now, at long last, the answer to the mystery of me has finally clicked into place. Mr. Holmes, I am well aware that the plot to incinerate humanity has already succeeded, and that I have no means to counter it. Yet even so, there is a request I wish to make of you. If and when humankind manages to resolve the incineration of humanity, another threat is sure to follow. The incineration of humanity is an erasure of human history's past. But why did it begin in 2018? I sense a dependent crisis in that year. The incineration of humanity is not what stops history from developing beyond 2019. There was never anything beyond 2019. The King of Mages could see that as well as I can. That is why he began collecting resources from 2018 backward. This is the mystery I want you to solve. How did the incineration of humanity come about? What created the singularities? That's right. Sherlock Holmes was summoned to London. I accepted Sir Babbage's request and traveled from the fourth singularity to the sixth, because I had been told that was where I would find Trihermes, the Atlas Institute Spiritron computer. Tolia's commander was unable to record these events thanks to the Atlas Institute's comms interference, thereby completely preventing Leonardo da Vinci and Romani Archiman from learning about them. This meant that a larger question was indefinitely postponed. Could a heroic spirit summoned by the land itself migrate to a wholly different land without a master? Theoretically, such a thing was perfectly possible. It was one of my abilities as a great detective. But if Romani Archiman had heard of this, he would surely have thought of a different possibility. That Sherlock Holmes was summoned by a sentient entity, a master. Who would that master be? The answer is obvious. my orders was to join Chaldea in the fight against the King of Mage's plot, and spy on them. And the only being who would give a servant such a mission is the Foreign God. The Foreign God summoned me. I've been the Foreign God's servant since this all began. The Foreign God's first disciple. Good grief, I have no memory of that whatsoever, but the circumstantial evidence is undeniable. I must have sealed my own memories away, forgotten that I was actually the Foreign God's disciple. I don't know if I did so to gain Chaldea's trust or escape the Foreign God's control. With the memories of my summoning sealed off, I'll never know for sure. But I can deduce what most likely happened. I obeyed the Foreign God's commands when I was summoned. Much as I would like to believe, I would never do such a thing. I must accept that I did. It is an irrefutable fact. So then, what was my motive? I wasn't brainwashed. I'm certain I agreed to answer the Foreign God's summon after successfully negotiating with her. So what reason could Sherlock Holmes possibly have to obey her? The Foreign God summoned me to London, and then she sent me to find Tri Hermes. Singularities, proper human history, Lostbelts, trees of emptiness, star shapes, universe forms, god figures. The celestial bodies became unobservable, and numerous galaxies stood tall on Earth's surface. What incredible isolation. What incredible solitude. It's as though this very planet were cut off from the rest of the universe. Our world is already hollow, empty, and void. Therefore, I see. Yes, that would be reason enough for me to obey. I erased my own records, my own memories. But I didn't do so to hide the fact that I was actually a disciple of the Foreign God. I erased my memories of being the Foreign God's disciple because, so long as I had them, I would have to obey the Foreign God. That is who I am. That is Sherlock Holmes. This is not a matter of betraying humanity, or even Chaldea. No, I fabricated this clumsy cover story so I could betray my own principle. My summoned self, as inscribed in human history, was a cold, calculating man. A man who made his deductions without regard for good or evil. So I created another self, one who would act with concern for good. One the people of Chaldea would find endearing. One like my own past, or perhaps fantastical self. I see. So that's what happened. Holmes! Watson. Or are you Yelena? You don't seem to be the smart Da Vinci. Or perhaps you're Mr. Soapfrost. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. Though still broadly true, there is one flaw in this theory of mine. It doesn't account for situations in which finding the truth would put myself and those around me in danger. That is why I simply ignored this mystery. I sealed the entire problem away outside my thought processes before I could arrive at a conclusion. That's enough. You don't have to say any more. But now, that seal has been broken. It couldn't be clear who summoned the revealer. I am a disciple of the Foreign God. My job is to redact it. Holmes! Ever since I was summoned, other things have filled in for what I was missing. This allowed me to see many truths, see through them, and arrive at the correct answer. But right now, that's not what matters. I now know what Moriarty is after. I know what his goal is in this singularity. It's Chaldea. But then, maybe that's not a problem. This man looking down at me is young, wild, and deliberate. But he's also arrogant and conceited. Though he is all but certain to reveal his objective to the others. So all I have to do is tell them what sort of power this Moriarty possesses it. I see. Even now, I found the answer. What was that? Mr. Soapfrost, Moriarty wields the power of the Norns, the 3 Norse goddesses of fate. That explains why you were so absolutely untouchable. But that won't be a problem anymore. Yes, this is how it should be. I tumbled down the falls. Not because I was wounded, but because now that I know the truth, I must disappear. I may have been the foreign god's disciple, but by averting my eyes from that truth, I've been betraying my master all this time. And neither can I deny that I have been betrayed Chaldea as well. After all, my job is to redact it, which makes this the perfect timing. After all, this is a problem even you overlooked. It is not that the problem was so difficult even a great detective failed to recognize it. It is that Sherlock Holmes was simply ignoring it. That is what she meant. It was also a warning. I'm sorry, Miss Scion. I'm sorry I didn't realize what you were trying so delicately to convey. But what else could I have done? A gentleman detective like myself, intentionally ignoring a problem? Unthinkable. Yet, that is the emotion I experienced as a great detective working on the case of proper human history's murder for justice. An emotion that ill befits the heroic spirit of Sherlock Holmes. I enjoyed my time here immensely. Every day of it. The fiendishly difficult cases, the impending crisis. I may not have had Watson here, but I will deeply miss the days I spent traveling with so many allies. I turned a blind eye to the truth so I could remain with them. But I chose the best outcome in lieu of the worst. I wielded a detective's greatest weapons, reason and intelligence, right to the end. And now, I'm smiling. Smiling at Moriarty as he looks down on me. He stares back at me, his puzzled expression so clearly asking me, why? Why else? Because we, Chaldea, will win. There's no call for me to make some grand deduction. No, I can say this with absolute confidence. We will win. I have no fear of death. All I have is confidence in our victory and a slight sense of relief. James Moriarty, you may have won, but the ultimate victory is mine. Goodbye, people of Chaldea. Goodbye, Mr. Zemlupus. Goodbye, Miss Scion, Captain Nemo. Goodbye, Da Vinci. Goodbye, Gordov. Goodbye, Yelena. Goodbye, Mr. Sofrost. Goodbye, Miss Kyrie Light. Goodbye, my dear, dear friends. Ah, what a wonderful time this has been. Damn, he's done. Man, that sucks. Oof. I won? At least? I think I won? Chills crawled down his spine. He wasn't afraid so much as bewildered. What was that acquisitive chuckle? Still don't get it, do you? Who's there? Are you? Me? Why, yes. Think of me as you, 30 years from now. What did you come to tell me? That you made rather a dreadful mistake. You haven't a clue of what you're doing, and who would know that better than me? No one knows you better than yourself, no? Huh. Don't give me that. I just defeated a man you spent your entire life losing to. Ah, indeed you did. You fought Sherlock Holmes man to man, and you won. Very dramatic. But you do have other things left to do, don't you? Well, good luck to you. You're going to need it. Not yet. This isn't over yet. That's right. I can't be spacing out like this. I still have to. Well, Chaldeans, as you've seen for yourselves, Sherlock Holmes is dead. That's one thing done, so I have just one more to take care of here. What's that? To take control of Chaldea. To gobble up your entire organization for myself. Oh, don't tell me that's any surprise. I believe I can win the war you're fighting far more efficiently than you can. With all due respect, which I guess is none at all, did it never cross your mind that we might be just a little furious at you after you killed one of our own? Yes, I suppose I can see how you might feel that way. Of course I understand. No, you don't. You don't understand a damn thing. Read my lips. Piss off, shitbird. I wasn't asking you. Well, Kadok, what do you think of my proposal? Is that your way of saying you want me to become your master? What? What you are? I have no interest in Sopras there whatsoever, you see. You are far more diligent, passionate, and most especially sarcastic than he is. Yes. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Sure didn't feel like one. Anyway, no, I'd pass. I'm done with betrayals. Ah, I see. So that is what you're misunderstanding. You needn't betray Chaldea. I'll be the one doing the betraying. Seriously? So what? You're just gonna give up being a foreign disciple? That's just it. I'm a foreign disciple, not a disciple of the foreign god. My contracted allegiance is not to her, but to the system she possesses. Yes, the foreign god summoned me and gave me power, but I'm under no obligation to obey her. I've severed my ties to that faith. Right. The three goddesses of fate. Exactly. As Holmes told you, I have three divine spirits embedded in me. Ur, Verdandi, and Skald, the three Norse goddesses of fate. I can cut a thread to sever one fate and spin a new one. Wonder nothing could kill you. You kept changing your fate to make you undying every time you were attacked. That's right. This power also allowed me to throw out my shackles. I'm free now. However, I hate to continue to pretend that I'm still a foreign disciple. It is, as they say, not a good look. Besides, I only became a disciple to defeat Sherlock Holmes. I was always planning to break my contract once that was done. And once I do, I'd rather have a new master. One like you, Kadok Lupus. I see. I look close at Moriarty as he stands near the top of Reichenbach Falls. His abilities are extraordinary. His tactics and strategies are highly refined. And more than anything, he's speaking from the heart. Even I can't doubt that much. But he probably really does mean to betray the foreign god. If we let him join Chaldea, we might actually be able to handle a situation like this even more efficiently. I can't just dismiss his notion out of hand. Except, there's just one thing. I'd be throwing away my pride. I wouldn't normally give a rat's ass about that. But that's human thinking. I'm not just a human. I'm a cryptor and a mage. I'll approach this rationally, then tell him what I decide. Alright, you want me to be your master? Fine. Kadar? Excellent. Then let's get right to... Not so fast. I have two conditions. Conditions? First, you need to fight so fast and win. I want to see just how good you really are. Second, you have to accept the results without complaining. That's it. Just those two conditions. Should be easy for a guy with the power of the goddesses of fate, right? It would hardly be a productive battle. But, very well. You can do this. Right so fast. Popping one in the face for Holmes. Charlemagne! You better believe I'm here. Charles the Great, the father of Europe, and the first Holy Roman Emperor. You're undoubtedly an A-rank servant. But you're leaking magical energy like crazy. You wouldn't be able to fight for more than a few minutes, at best. Plenty of time to kick your ass, then. Asinine. Alright then, how about I call in one more servant? Another servant? You mean one of your summons. Please, by all means, come to me. My first servant! Starting Unsummon Program Assault. Commencing Spiritron Conversion. All systems are go. Commencing Emergency Order. I'm sorry I took so long, Master. First servant, Shielder, Mash Kyrillite, reporting for duty. Yeah, okay, that Helldivers 2 reference. I'm okay. If Holmes were here now, I'm sure he'd say, Now, calm yourself, Miss Kyrillite. I'm not here to take revenge. I'm here to fight for what I believe in. I like it. I knew you were one of the Knights of the Round Table, but looking at you now, I'm tempted to make you my 13th Paladin. Let's do this, Mash. It would be my honor, Charlemagne. Ridiculous. If you truly think you can take me, you're welcome to try. Ha! Insolent girl. You'll only wear herself out. Oh well, I suppose I should take this chance to show them the sheer difference in our abilities. Weave the threads of my fate, Norns. Her attacks will never touch me. That is fate. It is the way things are meant to be. What? Ow! I hit him. Nice. Let's keep it up. Right. Here goes. Wait! Stop! What's going on? My thread of fate. It's almost snapped. No. It's been weakened. That's right. In his final moments, Holmes told us that won't be a problem anymore. Now, I know what he meant. When you defeated him, you also ended your fate. James Moriarty, you were Sherlock Holmes' greatest rival. But the reverse is true as well. Holmes was fated to be your rival. Alright, Chaldea. I will sink to whatever depths I must to claim victory. And not by a thin margin, but an overwhelming one. A victory without employing cheap tricks. A victory that will have you all kneeling at my feet, awed by my might. That is the only victory I will accept. His spirit urgent values are rising rapidly. Looks like he's finally getting serious. That's okay. We're serious too. Absolutely. Alright, time to pull out all that. Alright, time to pull out all the stops. You're a straightforward one, I'll meet you with all the power I possess then. That, and that alone, will give me the perfect, dominating victory I seek. My name is James Moriarty. I am the foreign disciple, the Napoleon of crime. and the one who will soon command all of Chaldea. You at come. Yeah, alright. Fuck. I need to bring MASH. God damn it. Alright, you're gonna be getting targeted on. I see a Lobo with that sure hit ability. I do have it. Okay, staying right there, and then I'm gonna change this one here. Scotty. And then this one for Castoria for more of the, I call it. And then last one, I don't think there's not much. I don't have very much of an adventure, so, boy, this is going to be very, tough one decision. I guess I'll try to bring Beowulf with that, time. Actually, why don't I bring one and then get rid of that. Don't need that. Alright, Charlotte Magnate, you're gonna be sent back in the back line. I think, yeah. You will be sent back in the back line. Stupid ass shit.
確率として勝利の道がある。ならば全力であがくしかない。では殺し合おう。君たちの得意技だろ。
愛そうか殺そうか。
邪悪なる輝きを。
内熱衝撃板装填します。
Alright, let me see what you have skills, Charlotte Magnate.
全力全開。
Oh well.
術式強化ぶっ飛ばす。
どれにし古きルールどれにしようかな。
やるな。興味深い。ブッドレが戦う。悪に従え。恐れよ。
はい。命令とも
穴だらけだ。物理で叩く悪に従え。邪悪なる輝きを。
以前のようにはいきませんが、神明凍結展開、これは多くの道、多くの願いを受けた幻想の城。こうせよモールダ・キャメロット。内熱衝撃板装填します。
物理で叩く悪に従え。穴だらけだ。興味深い
な。内熱衝撃板装填します。示弾装填します。
やるな。
内熱衝撃板装填します。
邪悪なる輝きを。穴だらけだ。物理で戦え。よろしい。
前に出ます。
Alright. Got fuck removal
内熱衝撃板
resistance.
装填します。
数字は支配し、悪は成長する。マセマティカルマリグナントアナイアレイト。貨幣とは悪だな。まったく。
ごめん、力足らずか。
モリアーティ光線。質問がこれかな。
Forgot about that shit. Fuck removal resistance.
戦いですか。日向の匂い、火薬の匂い、あくまでかもやります。そこ動かない。
これかな。これかな。物理で戦え。質問がこれかな。
お参りしていきます。もちろん突破します。
やるな。これかな。穴だらけだ。
無駄ですよ。あ、これ無理。
物理で戦え。興味深い。
Alright, Charlemagne, hey, you're the last one. But I'm not gonna be using it.
やだね。今のうちに準備を。
オーダー受諾。オーダー受諾。穴だらけだ。物理で戦え。物理で戦え。
ごめんなさい。
What does she have for MP?
頼むから力を貸してくれよ、てめえら。オーダー受諾。永続不変の輝き、千変無限の彩り。万不不当の騎士たちよ、我が英雄を察しめて。実は融通オルドル。やるな。敗北か。仕方あるまい。だがまだ終わらん。終わらせるには足りないものがある。
Well, That wasn't so hard, but it's kind of a bit of an impossible way to clear for like 4 turns. Unless you're lucky enough with this card RNG and wasting all that AP. But anyway, that's it for this final battle in this Lostbelt 6.5 Traum, but we still have like few, 2 more arrows left. Make no mistake, fate is not set in stone. It is, in fact, easily undone by something as small as a single pebble. Tell me, why do you think you lost? Sherlock Holmes. I should have waited to kill him until I had defeated all of Chaldea. Wrong. You're nowhere near the answer. Is it because I underestimated Silkfrost? Wrong again. You had a firm grasp of his abilities from the outset. Who then? Charlemagne? Mash Carrylite? All wrong. Again, isn't there someone else you're forgetting? Someone rather important to you? Kadok some lupus? But he didn't do anything. He just stood back and watched. He hasn't even fulfilled his role as a must. Wait, you don't mean... Right, he made your threat of fate visible so it could be caught. Remember this for next time, Greenhorn. Arrogance begets forgetfulness, and that leads you into traps aplenty. Now, here's another question for you. What do you think you should do now? Surely you're not about to wait graciously for them to kill you? Well, it seems we have another idealist in our midst. You'll never grow up to be me if you keep this up. Then again, perhaps all the other elements you've mixed in are preventing you from arriving at this conclusion. I can't blame you for being so accepting of death when you have the power of the 3 goddesses of fate. Remember this too, pretty boy. Escaping swift death may be difficult, but escaping the death that comes from you, for you slowly, is easy. You need only let go of your arrogance.
This is as far as I go. That was the very last of my power.
It was more than enough. Thanks. You really helped me out, right up to the end.
What else could I do? It was my master's dying wish.
Right.
Well, goodbye, Kadok Semplupus.
Before you go, I just want to say thank you. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for you.
You're welcome, Master's master.
Disintegrated. Bye. It would seem I've lost. Yes, you did. Your spirit urgent is half destroyed, your magical energy is rapidly fading, and your equipment is so damaged you can no longer use your noble phantasm. You've lost, James Moriarty. Yes, you're right. Quite right. By the way, Mash, I know you were the one who cut my thread, but you the one who made it possible for her to do so. Weren't you, Kadok? Yeah, that's right. I never said I wouldn't help them. Besides, I don't even have a servant of my own. If my help was enough to throw you off, you had no business in this fight anyway. Ha 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 ha! I can't argue with that. Well, now that I have nothing more left to do than die a miserable death, allow me to make a proposal. A proposal? Would you spare me? Completely dumbfounded? Huh? Are you serious? Looks that way. What do you want to do, Master? Just say the word, and I'll cut his head off right now. Why in the world would we spare the wife who murdered Sherlock Holmes, our trusty administrative advisor? If I may, I believe I can legitimately claim self-defense there. Self-defense? Oh. Well done, Mash Carrylite. I had a feeling you would be the first to realize. What are you talking about? Ash? Well, this goes back to when they were still alive. People thought both Holmes and Professor Moriarty died when they fell down the Reichenbach Falls. But Holmes resurfaced sometime later alive and well. Professor Moriarty, on the other hand, was presumed to have really died in a fall. So, if we take those events into account... Exactly! First, he killed me. Now, I killed him. That makes us even. What? No way. That can't be right. Can it? What kind of nonsensical argument is that for James Moriarty to resort to? You owe the Archer of Shinjuku an apology. What do I need to apologize to my older self for? All I did was speak the truth. Well, anyway, not much to worry about. I'm in the same boat as Charlemagne now. My Spirit Urgent is half destroyed. I'm hemorrhaging magical energy like crazy, and the goddess's thread of fate has been cut. I'll be dead and gone long before I can leave the singularity. Not even temporary contract with you would change that now. Yeah, I guess you're right. Unless you've got some other trick up your sleeve. You'll be dead pretty soon. And you're obviously in no state to keep anything that big hidden. You're gonna die in the singularity. Be that as it may, there's more to the singularity than that. There's also something incredibly important here. Something that will drastically affect your own future. I'm the only one who knows where it is. I'm the only one who can take you there. So, what will you do? I'm just a servant. Sounds like childish business to me, so I'm gonna keep my trap shut. You guys should be the ones to decide. I'll keep my opinion to myself too. I know I don't have any right to weigh in on this. A valuable lead, huh? I think we should accept Moriarty's proposal, Director. Huh? If Holmes were here, I think he'd do the same. He would never get so caught up in his emotions that he'd lose sight of the bigger picture. True. That does sound like him. And if you think the same, well, then there shouldn't be a problem. That just leaves you, Silfrost. What do you think? Okay, but I want to get him back once first. Get me back? Ah, you mean corporal punishment. Yes, that's fine. Ow, 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 ow. You okay, Master? Not used to punching people, are you? Now then, about my temporary contract. I'm not making a contract with you. You know why. Good grief. So earnest. Very well then. My contract is yours. You should be honored. And yet, I'm really not. You do know you don't need to share every thought that crosses your mind, right? Temporary master? There, that should give me a little more time, but certainly none to waste on idle chatter. Alright, looks like things are all settled here. Hey, Moriarty. I hate to entrust this to embodiment of evil like you, but I'm also pretty sure you're the kind of guy who keeps his promises. So, I'm counting on you to watch out for our master. Got that? Yes, I do. It would be absolutely inappropriate to betray him after I begged him to spare my life. We also know you don't usually worry about how inappropriate something is before you do it, which is why I'll be watching you like a goddamn hawk. I didn't know you knew me so well. Although, if you're saying that sort of thing, then... Oh, right. It's time I was on my way too, Master. Thank you, Charlemagne. Really, I can't thank you enough. Ah, stop. Me? I just stick with whatever is awesome. You're awesome. That's really all it comes down with me. Wherever Rex Magnus Carl is in the digital sea, I bet he's happy about how this all turned out, too. No, wait. If you was here now, He'd probably say something about wanting to welcome Mash as his bride. Huh? Where did that come from? Oh, don't worry. He's not the type to go after someone else's woman. I think. Not feeling very reassured here. Now, it's all good. I was kind of worried how things were gonna go at first. But now, I'm really glad I was summoned. Me too. I'm glad I met you. Ah, thanks. Sure am happy to hear that. Next time, I hope we get a singularity with a lot more fun and hijinks. Something I can bring all my 12 paladins to have fun with. In fact, we could invite the Knights of the Round Table too. Oh, maybe we could even have a soccer match. That sounds great. Anywho, if you ever need my help, just call for me. So long. Ah, damn it. I never did get used to these kinds of sad goodbyes. I'm not really gonna summon you, because you're kind of a bit of useless anyway. And plus, you're a limited servant, so no point of that in the future. Farewell, Charlemagne. Okay, Moriarty, show us the way. And remember, we're all watching you. Ha 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 ha, not to worry. At this point, I'm so weak, a bad fall could do me in. Alright, before we go any further, I want you to tell us something. What is this important thing, and where exactly is it? You did know that this was the United States before the race ship, yes? Yes? No, it certainly doesn't look like any state I recognize. If anything, the architecture seems predominantly European. Well, I assure you, what I'm about to show you could only happen in the United States. It's deep within the righteous realm, in what would normally be the state of Nevada. In a certain blank area, even Sancho, competent as she was, failed to notice. Don't worry, you'll see what I mean when we get there. It looks like James Moriarty really is going to be a replacement of Sherlock Holmes. That just kind of feels different. But we'll see if we get along in that Lostbelt 7. Let's finish the rest for this Lostbelt 6.5 Traum. And you know, and you will know, retribution. So, who's going to hold the reins for the golden golem carrot? Pointing? Ah, yes. I suppose it must be me, since I'm the only one who knows the way. Very well then, let's get going. Minerva, would you patrol ahead of and around us, just to be safe? The angry one, Minerva. Whoa, I just realized something. Where did that come from so fast? Give me a little heads up before you shout next time. Oh, sorry. I remembered something Pepe said. Couldn't help but notice there was no Team A in that lineup. You're right. We'll have to remedy that someday. Once you're a real master in the true sense of the word, you, me, and Kaida can all be Team A together. I can't wait. I had no idea he said that. Forget it. You still got a long way to go before you can even think about calling yourself part of Team A so fast. But if we pass up this chance now, we may never get another one. Personally, I'm all for calling ourselves Team A. A compromise then. We'll be Team A minus. Makes me feel like I'm back in school. I can totally see that. But I don't really like the negative connotations of minus. So is there anything else we could go with? A tilde. That'll work. I guess. So hey, by the way, I didn't know him that long, so this isn't hitting me too hard. But what about you guys? Are you talking about Holmes? Obviously. Did you have to bring that up, Kadok? It's bad for morale. Sorry. I just thought, if I was gonna say something, it ought to be now. Well, of course I miss him. I wish we could have saved him, but if I'm being honest, I'm just in shock. You think he's still alive or something? No. They confirmed the Spirit Urchin's signal disappeared shortly after I ray-shipped it. We know for a fact that it has to be his. That said, this is Sherlock Holmes we're talking about. It still wouldn't surprise me at all if he were to just come back as though nothing had happened. That is what happened after he went over the Reichenbach Falls the first time. I heard Conan Doyle wasn't too happy about that, though. Gotcha. So that's how you guys feel, huh? Guess that's the difference in knowing someone a long time. Indeed. Well said, Mash. Simultaneously a member of Chaldea's old guard and one of its newest researchers. Knowing that handsome devil, he'll come waltzing back as though nothing had happened. Indeed. I couldn't agree more. I have no proof of that, of course, but it's what I believe, too. After all. What do you think, technical advisor? Here, I've got this. After all, there are still mysteries yet to be solved. Right? We still don't fully understand who or what the foreign god really is, how Earth got reset like this, or what role the trees of emptiness play. And there's no way any self-respecting great detective would leave until all those questions have been answered. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. We'll need to keep gathering information before he shows up with that knowing smile of his. That sounded like a wolf's howl. Don't worry, I already put up the beast's ward. It should keep us safe for the night. You can change into a spirit form, Moriarty. Don't mind if I do, then. Thank you. How's Minerva doing? Not good. She was originally built with Olympian technology, you know. This is the best she can do in the Singularity's time period in technology level. Good work, Minerva. You can rest now. Camping out like this is a really nice change of pace. But I wish Pepe could be here too. Yeah, that'd be nice. There aren't many mages as good at reading a room as him. That's for sure. He always knew what to say to keep things from getting awkward. Even Akuda would cave when he asked for her for stuff. Still can't believe she was actually Yume Ren. Was it that surprising? It sure as hell was. It was like finding out your roommate was an alien. What? I feel like such an idiot for ever thinking she was just a quiet, mysterious mage. I still have no idea how she joined the team in the first place. According to Konyan's Gaia, Director Moosebury personally recruited her. He probably brought her in as a way of mitigating the risk of race-related existence verification. I see. Well, I did have a feeling Akuda and the old director made some kind of backroom deal. So I guess I wasn't wrong about that. At least. Come to think of it, there's something I've been wanting to ask you, Kadok. What do you think of Kirstaria's plan? You mean to turn all of humankind into gods? Yes. It was such a hugely ambitious plan, like a pipe dream. I was curious how much you knew about it. About as much as Mr. Space Cadet here. That is, not a damn thing. Hey! If everything had gone as he planned, we'd probably be enjoying our godhood right now. I definitely wouldn't have had any reason to stop him. I don't think it was a ridiculous idea, but it was definitely surprising. Surprising? Most mages are pretty much defined by their self-interest. Even high-minded ideals like saving all of humankind eventually get poisoned to the point where they lose sight of tomorrow, let alone the far future. If proper human history had kept going, Prestaria would probably either have gained a new department or inherited a lord's seat. Either one of those accomplishments would usually be more glory than most mages could ever dream of. Instead, he came up with and tried to carry out a plan that couldn't have been more different. All his hard work, all his accomplishments, the glory he won, his incredibly privileged position. He was willing to give them all up because they didn't matter. He wanted to stand hand in hand with the rest of humankind. His skills as a mage were incredible, but personally, I still can't believe he had such incredible strength of mind. Never noticed it when he was alive, though. I just thought of him as the leader we all needed. Excuse me, Kadok. I'm sorry to interrupt. But I want to ask you about David, the crypter waiting for us in the 7th Lostbelt. What's your impression of him? Honestly, I still have no idea what to make of him. Sometimes he seemed like he was lost in endless darkness, and sometimes he seemed like he shone brighter than anyone else in the room. Other times, I think I was getting through to him about something, only to find he didn't even seem to understand the words I was saying. And yet, he was always really good at communicating, like alarmingly so. In that sense, he's a lot like Holmes. Sometimes, just chime in and out of nowhere with the answer to the question you were trying to solve. I guess it felt like he was seeing things in a whole other dimension from the rest of us. He's the kind of guy who's both totally disjointed and completely consistent. That's David Semvoid. And that's about all I can say about him. Well, that's no help at all. Well, excuse the hell out of me. Maybe I should ask him about Ophelia too. Yeah. What's up so fast? Ophelia? Ophelia, Huh? Well, unlike David, who didn't change at all, Ophelia changed a lot. I don't think it was a bad change, though. Actually, it seemed to surprise her more than anyone. Really? You think so? Hey, back before the explosion, we all would have been just as surprised to see you being such a chatterbox, Mash. I see. I suppose you have a point. Ophelia was. Nah, never mind. It's not my place to talk about why she changed at this point. So I'm exercising my right to remain silent. You're not getting anything out of me, even if you turn my collar on. Oh, don't worry about that. I shut your collar down a good while ago. You should. Sure, you should be telling me that. Well, at least I can relax a little more then. Having to worry about someone setting it off at any moment was unnerving to say the least. Okay, we should probably turn in for the night. Yes, I suppose we should. Especially since we have an early morning. Got it. I'll leave the fire burning. Good night. Good night, Senpai. Oh hey, on a different subject. Gotta sleep already! Okay. Alright, finishing this up. And we'll call it off. And I'll do that off stream to do the requesting stuff. After another day of travel, the quartet finally arrived at their destination. Alright, here we are. Huh? We're here? Are you sure this is the place, Moriarty? There's nothing here. Like, at all. Yes, because I arranged it. Because I arranged for it to appear that way. We are at the correct coordinates. Hang on. This place? These coordinates. Moriarty? Are you positive this is the destination you had in mind? It's as surprising as it is obvious. No. It is as surprising as it is obvious, no? I see. I honestly thought you might be pulling our leg, and I was gonna have Mash knock you upside your head if you were. My intent here is not to pull anyone's leg. Especially not now. Alright then. Everyone, say the password with me, won't you? Password? I'm certain you know it. It's the same password that's been used to open closed doors since the dawn of history. Do we really have to say it? Only if you don't want to see me sulking. Fine with me, Moriarty. You are welcome to sulk all you like. Oh, very well then. Here goes nothing. Open sesame. Really, so Frost? You actually said it? Even Moriarty was too taken aback to say it with you. What a waste! Come on, don't leave me hanging here. Oh, yes, sorry. Open sesame! Is that an earthquake? The hell? There's a staircase out here? So what? We've gotta go underground now? Perhaps it's underground. Perhaps not. There's only one way to find out. If you're brave enough. Come on, let's go. Okay. At least pretend to be a little worried. Well, shall we? I suppose we should. It's very deep, isn't it? And dark. I can barely see my hand in front of my face. That's a problem for sure, but it's not the only one. For one thing, these stairs aren't made of stone. Oh yeah, you're right. The texture clearly isn't natural. It feels fairly modern too. Watch your step. If you slip and fall here, you'll have a long time to reflect on your error on the way down. We've still come a pretty damn long way though. What is this? The third sublevel? The fourth? By my calculations, our destination is on the 10th level, or thereabouts. I suspect the one who built this shelter was wary of someone using a guided ground penetration round, such as a bunker buster. Huh? Bunker buster? I mean, I've heard the word before, but... That's a modern military weapon, no? What does that have to do with this place? Quite a lot, as you'll see. Now, let's keep going. Okay, we're down the stairs. Is everyone alright? So tired. Don't blame you. Going down the stairway in the dark really wears on you. Especially so deep down. Here, Master, hold my hand. That should help put your mind at ease a little. Huh? Master! Dangjue! Don't worry about him. He's already dead. Huh? I don't know much more than that. Let's see. I think it was... yes. He's a CGA Xian, a corpse-free immortal green of the lowest level in the Xian realm. But since he's a corpse, he can't receive magical energy from his master. Dangjue had no choice but to create clones of himself and then make them forget they were clones. Or if they became aware of their true nature, they would lose their sense of self and ultimately disappear. This way, even if he was assassinated or killed in battle, he would continue to create clones of himself so long as the original body remained here. Once resurrected, that clone would eventually restore the singularity to the way it was. He would then invite more summoned servants to join him, fan the flames of conflict, and instigate another war between realms. All for his master. But no more. To produce clones in that manner, he had to turn his body into a sort of automated system. He became a system capable neither of evolving nor defending itself. In that sense, a mere object. So, Dangjue was protecting this place? Not of his own free will, no. It would be more accurate to say he had no choice but to do so. His master may have created his singularity, but it was Sangjue who raised it, so to speak. It was his dedication that transformed this singularity into the bizarre, complex thing it became. Alright, I'm going to open the door now. I suspect you won't be able to communicate with y'all there once we go through it. In fact, your connection is likely already spotty, no?
He's right. We won't be able to maintain comms past that point. All three of you, be careful.
Don't worry, I'll make sure we come back.
That's what I like to hear.
No matter what you find in there, Paddocks of Lupus, the safe return of the team takes top priority. Understood? Yeah, I got it. I hate to say this, but you're our only hope. Those other two still have yet to learn to look before they leap. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. We're not that bad, are we? Yes, you absolutely are.
Anyway, guys, just be careful. I want to hear all about what you saw when you get back.
Alright, here we go. The two mages and Ione demi-servant gaped at the sight that greeted them. Are we in space? What I need to show you lies beyond this point. Come along then. We're off to where the singularity began.
Where it began?
What? This is. It looks just like.
Haddock?
Sorry, it's nothing.
How much farther is it?
Oh, don't worry. Not far now. Okay, let's go.
Right.
The four companions walked wordlessly along the corridor of space. None could take the time to either enjoy or dread the hauntingly beautiful scenery. Tension hung thick in the air, as if the atmosphere itself were bearing down upon them. A creeping uneasiness settled over Sopras, Haddock, and Mash. It was as unpleasant as it was unwelcome. It was the same feeling one might get tiptoeing along the treacherous mountain path in the dead of night. The strangeness of it warned them all. They were about to see something deeply unsettling. We're almost to the singularities, Master. Needless to say, he has been trying to enact his retribution upon proper human history. I believe I told you once before he had every right to do so, Kadok. In truth, that's not entirely accurate. Rather, his position simply left him no other choice. It was both his assigned duty and his personal responsibility. Even if he had no intention of seeking revenge, his very existence shifted, preventing him from doing anything else. As his servant, Zhang Jue did everything in his power to grant that request, which led to him creating this enormous singularity. And it all started here in the US, in the state of Nevada in 2019, in Area 51. We're here. This is the last door. Are you ready? Surprised.
Master.
Mm-hmm. Open it, Moriarty. All right. What they saw within was both perfectly ordinary and anything but. Haddock had been a mage in his entire life. Mash and Sopras had fought in all manner of singularities and Lostbelts. All three were well accustomed to the strange and mysterious. That is not what shocked them so. But they had never before been in a situation in which the mundane was so mysterious. What is this place? Exactly what it seems. You could call it an operating room, an intensive care unit, or a laboratory. The equipment on the walls is, apparently, all cutting edge. Best you leave it alone, though. No, none of that was the problem. None of that was the problem at all. Their minds refused to process what they were seeing. Every synapses in their brains was screaming at them not to look at what was in this room. Well, it seems my time has finally run out. But before I go, allow me to introduce you. This is the being behind this entire singularity. He is a being said to have first arrived on Earth approximately 100 years ago. Since then, he has been subjected to countless experiments, each of which further stoked his hatred for humanity. This is Test Subject E. Wow, that didn't take that long for a replacement. Now he's gone. What the hell? Unprovable ex-fossil credibility? What? Yo, come on. I want to know what happened to that shit. That is just weird. Well, I guess we'll have to see in that Lostbelt 7. Releasing around in November or beginning of December. And reveal the true name, Lostbelt number 7. Yeah, okay, I get it. Lostbelt number 7, Golden Sea of Trees, Nahui Mictlan. And then, yeah. This is with light hid prayer in our heart. Okay, wow. Ishiki Illustrator comments, what must one do to be a good person? The answer is obvious. Help those in need. Night or not, that is what any decent human must strive to do. I want you to feel the earth under your feet. I want you to take a deep breath, yell at the top of your lungs, and laugh until your sides hurt. Yes, when you get right down to it, that is all I truly desire. This is awful. I don't have the right to end my life in such bliss. This is a scene from a dream. A vision of impossible worlds where fast beating hearts are drawn together, cherishing the joy of loving and being loved. Yet, despite knowing they can never be, you can still see them clearly. Frivolous days spent leaping across fantasy, frolicking in fields, and earnestly embracing the gentle breeze that accompanies those who are irreplaceably precious to us. Alright. Let me check that thing, if that status has changed for Sherlock Holmes into missing. Here. I think his number is 173. 173. He's still there. I was expecting to see that data lost, what Miyamoto Musashi got disappear or being killed or no longer appear in that existence. Okay, so oddly enough, I was expecting to get data lost, but that's the story-wise to the wherever that creator of the Big Grand Order story. Anyway, that's it for the Lostbelt 6.5 Traum, the end of it. And now we're gonna be in the waiting room on that Lostbelt number 7, Nahui Mitkalan, that they'll be releasing around in November or early December this year. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in around in November or December once this Lostbelt 7 release date has been confirmed. So peace out and have a good day.